Jane Breaker's Garden. Today we're going to talk about composting right quick. There's some questions about it, so we're going to see what I can do. If you're lucky enough, or maybe not lucky enough to live in a cul-de-sac, you have when it comes to composting, you have limited options, right? So today we're just going to show you the trash can method, which helps. That way you can avoid having any nosy neighbors smelling it, avoid any HOA problems of that nature. So trash can method is very simple. You're going to get you a simple trash can from a local store, 10 gallons, 20 gallons. If you're in an apartment complex or anything like that, small tote, 5 gallon, 10 gallon, or a little small 5 gallon tote will work as well. And that will help if you have to do any windowsill planting, things of that nature. You don't have an opportunity to plant in a whole garden, right? But you can do that easily at your windowsill. So I'm just going to walk you through the process, that's all. Well, all you do is you're going to get yourself a tote. You're going to get yourself, a trash can. I think this is 20 gallons, I think it's 20 gallons. And let's see if I can... Alright. You're going to get yourself a 20 gallon tote. You're going to then go around the sides of it and begin to put holes on it, right? You're going to put your holes down it. I put 1, 2, 3, I think I got 4 rows going down, 4 columns going down, and I've got a row of holes going across the top, alright? And I've got holes underneath the bottom of it. That's going to help with your drainage, right? You want to definitely make sure that your compost is draining, okay? But not too many. You don't have to go overboard with them, but just enough to make sure. Remember, this is aerobic. Composting, right? So that involves water, air, and heat. That's what you need. That's all. It's the only thing you need. Aerobic. Consider this like the pet hermit crab or the pet cat, right? Doesn't need a lot for you to be successful. It just needs a little bit of attention. Remember, when you're gonna do when you begin your process, after you made the holes in your can, you're just gonna want to go green and brown, green and brown. That's your layers, right? So your green layers are your common household waste, fruits, vegetables, eggshells, fingernails, hair, that kind of stuff. All right, that's all good stuff. No meat. I think bones will be okay if they're blanched and all that bone meal, all that inner meat inside the bone is gone. I think that'd be acceptable. Paper towels is good, okay, but that's a brown. All right, so that's your greens. Your browns are your leaves, dry grass cuttings, wood chips, things of that nature, newspaper, all that good stuff, right? So that's your browns. Remember, you want a 2-to-1 ratio. 2-to-1 ratio, so you want 1 ratio, your greens is the 1, and your browns is the 2. All right? Just remember to layer. When you're starting off the process, it's okay if you put a little bit of other compost in there, as far as already bagged, like mushroom compost. I like to use a bone meal, I'm sorry. That helps as well, just to get a little kickstart for the end time. Now, once you've done all your layering, add enough water. It said that you want it to be not so wet as where it's soaked, but enough if you take a clump of it, a little couple drips come out. It's just a feel and go process. Don't overthink it, really. That's pretty much it. Oh, aerobic. You also need to turn this, right? Compost needs a good turning. I turn mine once a week. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's all it takes. There's no smell to it, and you can get by in a HOA setting, or if you're in an apartment or a townhouse, you can get by with it easy. And you'll make your own. Remember, this is Jane Breaker's Gardens, right? So this is about breaking the chains of depending on other big stores and big brands to make the stuff that we need for gardening. That's pretty much it. Bad, anaerobic. Anaerobic is the pet rock, right? It's the thing that you just throw a bunch of compost, you throw a bunch of leaf litter and inside household waste and the old things of that nature, garden household, kitchen household waste. You throw it in a pile and you let it do its thing. That is anaerobic. It's gonna break down because Mother Nature says it should. right? But the smell and the things that are attracted to the smell are going to be a problem. So that's not going to be an option if you're in a cul-de-sac, if you're in a townhouse, if you're in an apartment. That's not going to be an option for you. But the aerobic form of it is. So I peeled back this. I just started making this yesterday. This is a new batch. I got a lot of green, but right now I took the brown and I'm putting my brown. I just peeled this back so you guys can see. And that's it. This batch was done, but I want to add some more to it. So that's the new layer I put on yesterday. And that's the old stuff that's already completed. I'm trying to make a lot of it, so I got kind of greedy and decided to make more. That's it, guys. It's all to it. It's very simple. Remember, aerobic good, anaerobic bad. You can do this in anything. Oh, if you got those birds back there, right? You want to go ahead and compost that before you go and just throw it out in the garden. Some people do it, but I don't think that's, you want to minus the risk of some diseases that come with foul droppings. All right, so you want to compost it some kind of way. If you make a compost tea out of it, or if you do it the hot method like this, using these trash cans. That's pretty much it, guys. I tried to squeeze it all out in a short time frame, so this video is a little bit longer. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to it. I pray that the atmosphere that you move in, that you work in, that you're growing in, that you're building in, I pray that it be that only of God. And man, I pray you stay covered. And I thank you so much for watching. Thanks, guys. Let's get it again some other time.